This is Nightly Business Report with Tyler Herrera.
High had point fuel stocks at the market this year.
Oil's Exxon and Chevron saw their profits grow 50%. Sounds good, but investors were left more.
And Monitor BS wants to buy like BS Air. Week's stock pro has fatter. Reason more tonight on Nightly Business Report for Friday, October 27th.
Good evening and welcome. A day NASDAQ index was clear, basking about earnings. Amazon at Micro Intel, we told you last night. Amazon and Alphabet closed at all-time highs and above the $1,000 a share mark. The two downants, Micro Intel up more than cent, SAF to all-time, and Intel was the performing stock on the blue checks. Today alone, Amazon added more than $61 billion to its market cap. Alphabet's market cap now tops $6 billion, about twice of Exxon. Market passed 150 just at 600. Intel's hit 10-year high. That, along with Apple saying it's seeing strong demand for its iPhone 10, sent the NASDAQ up more than 2%. And the index performing industrial added points 330, and the 100, which 20 occurred. NASDAQ was the better for the week as well.
Well, the global benchmark for crude settled above $60 a barrel for the first time in more than years. This were speculation oil countries extend a cut at the end of next. That Brent crude along stick crude. Steady price in oil has been somewhat of a tailwind for the major oil producers. Both ExxonMobil and Chevron beat earnings and revenue at both profit grew 50% the most quarter, but action was in Jackless.
It's noted the energy sector has been beaten down. Now, some of the biggest energy companies in the world are signaling that the tide may change is large part of the steady oil price. Purchased oil on better for its export reduction. Refining businesses also drove its solidly higher profits.
All three business segments delivered solid, generating flow from arms and assets needed and for the consecutive. We're achieved any work to safely bring our Gulf Coast manufacturing operations back online following the devastating effects of Hurricane Harvey.
Harvey, with about a quarter less oil during the quarter, resulted in prices helped Chevron. The oil report a profit in revenue and cash flow from operations, a key measure of financial health in the industry, rose about 60% in the first of the year. The company's drop in production earn offs in oil and gas prices. The company led spending project being scaled. And reducing spending was a theme that ConocoPhillips mentioned as well. Like Exxon, company report expected for the third quarter. Slack capital's budget by 10 for the current optimism. Analysts in the analysts were to report. Crude prices, of course, are still the key to the future profitability of these companies. Tough to know where they'll go. On one assistant, the question around could be prices.
Oil price continue high to objective is $60 a barrel. I think once it gets to 60, though, it's going to have trouble going any higher than that.
On the other hand, OPEC not extension cut producers over a slip forward piece of this report.
The worst stock index that cyber attack over the summer caused a temporary production shutdown worldwide and cut revenue by at least $135 in the third. Also, repulsive mark for many of the drugs. But earnings ahead of us by Cantor Oncology. Net shares dropped % during the regular trading session. Shares fell further in the extended session after Merck said it withdrew a marketing application for a drug in.
Halfway through things, if you items, Thompson, 70% of earnings reports have come in above estimates. 9% were in line, and 17% got the failing grades, missed, right? And that's better term at the growth. The tech earnings got up to 18%.
Not even hurricanes could keep this economy down. The gross domestic product, the broadest measure of economic activity, an annual 3% quarter, and then an estimate. It's the first time the economy has backwards of the growth. On this comes the University of Michigan's Index of Consumer Confidence hits a 13-year high.
A new report from the predicts that tax cuts alone would liable to growth 3% a year in as little as 3 years. The report estimates reduce tax rates for business from 35% to 20%, could boost the overall size of the U.S. economy by upwards of $1 trillion over it. That's DIBS claims. Pandemic risk is divide connection tax rate and growth.
Last told you about Morningstar's 5-star rating system for mutual funds. So if the stars alone can't guide you, what can? Tim Maurer is personal fine. Bam Allies here. Some guidance to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
With the Morningstar system, people use, but if you choose not to use that system, or if you question it, what other data would you recommend investors?
Well, interesting. More star fact, large linked new. The set that came out, Wall Street Journal report, was that people have actually been relying on this. Not only individual investors, so advisors. The good news, the star can use actively by investor. You just largely the star system.
The stars, though, were a very convenient hook. Not only for individual investors look up and want to point out financial 75 wouldn't put our fund. It worked very well. You well know, Tim, you lean toward index funds and you believe that they are an advantageous bet, not so much as a performance because of the between performance and loss and turnover.
There's no question. Inside a report by the journal, there was a plot. May not have come through, and it really was proving that indeed active investment managers ultimately end up struggling long-term to their bench. One of the reasons Star eventually were funds. You are my for more active class management funds, index funds in some cases, are going to be the most appropriate thing for many people. And so you can still job of finding using the folio on more.com. You can look at exactly in that mutual. If you need a large cap, small cap fund on that portfolio tab, you can use the tool effectively to determine what the asset class is. And then as you, we want to look lower ratios that sign that it is passive managed and will do better for the long term.
You recommend FolioAdvisor.com. We just had it up on the graphic that we showed. Why do you like that particular vehicle?
Well, Portfolio takes a step further. It really does it helps craft portfolios. That's problems this report. The message coming across that it's all about the funds, and it's not. That's how Wall Street has been selling investment products for many years, saying about the fund. Really, on the asset sends long-term to do with allocation. That is how struck portfolio than exactly what is inside of it. So I would caution investors to keep their focus on first allocation and fill portfolio lowest ones, actually start, but absolutely their portfolio visual.
So much. Have a weekend. Tim Maurer,
you do the same.
with
Thank
BAM
you.
Alliance.
And still ahead, it could be the biggest deal of the year, CVS. Our monitor has an opinion about CVS share, and he'll hit.
Catalonia's parliament voted overwhelmingly to declare independence from Spain, but the story certainly doesn't end there. Later in the Spain minister of the Catalonia called for an election in December. It's that country political since 1970 and put in territory. It began when Catalan leaders held an independence referendum. A ruling declared that legal. Bench Quebec's third index for the vote. Spanish bond slid.
Here's federal prosecutors are reportedly investigating foreign exchange trading at Wells Fargo. According to the Wall Street Journal, information from the bank, Peanut, and bankers who in that unit were recently engaged around May 3 very early. Fargo has been increased recently because of its fake accounts scandal.
Yesterday, we told you about that CVS Health reportedly to buy a deal, the largest insurance deal. Bertha Coombs explains why this done could mean.
Most of us know CVS as the drugstore on the corner, but it's more than that. The negotiate price manages drugstores like CVS partner to get offer value to lawyers or workers.
What's important in this industry is figuring out how we're going to influence people to right care, not have two mess that cost the right below you.
There's Aetna, formidable to United. He offers insurance, but is beating the competition by packaging lots of data services to help firms drive down costs. In one benefits, it has been out surgery cheaper than CVS would have all the same pieces and something more.
One key asset that CVS has that no other company up and down supply chain has is its Read Pharmacy. It's a key, and they're here to leverage that at clinics.
On the other side, it also gives CVS a threat of entering into the pharmacy business by offering more value on to no prices.
And integrating with and assets, to understand those finding our uses has actually been huge. Put the intelligence piece.
Analysts say apart from some overlap on Medicare drug insurance plans, there don't appear to be many hurdles to a deal. Investors look at the source CVS to $6 for which would be record for care merge. For Nightly News Report, I'm Bertha Coombs.
And CVS is one of our Market Monitor's picks this week. He's Doug Butler, portfolio manager at Trust. Welcome back. Let's start. Yes, down stock, but you like the deal. I take even more. The thesis.
Very much like the deal, and we think that management has had a fantastic week, even though that hasn't been reflected by stock 10%. But they made two moves. First one, which they before they made this subsequent move to make a move on Aetna, and that really allows them to, become the service, the bottom, the integrator provide with P and then retail pharmacy. That great helps improve them to some degree to get not just focused on the retail and the PBM side of things.
The neck is out, and early show we the fact that it's pretty weak. It's bets market now top $100 billion, twice the size of ExxonMobil. You still like it, though. You don't think it's gotten too expensive?
We don't. This makes an ordinary amount. And from advertising, digital ad, that's still on. I think Alphabet is one of the better ways to play the data explosion. We may think we're late in this game, data coming in from there. We think that data explosion comes not people information, but also from machines start talking to each other and to everything around us. There's going to be a coming data explosion, which is one of the reasons why we is one of the positions to protect space.
Get to pick which AT&T this space, like Verizon, like Comcast as well, but you're recommending AT&T. It has had a bit of a year down percent, and a lot of people question the time position.
The acquisition, they're looking Dale. We've, I think throughout corporate America, you're hearing a lot about needing to get scale, and the things AT&T does have is this Time Warner deal is increased scale. I think really Time Warner, the fact that still tremendously their broadband capacity and capabilities, and the video losses that are realigned lately are probably less important long-term than the fact they are still going to be the play everybody to getting in.
So we like 3 stocks, Alphabet and 2 others that are all made up of letters, CVS and AT&T. Butler, theme, Doug Butler and Trust.
Thank you.
Penny time, and that's in tonight's markets. Struggling retailer slashed its full-year financial forecast, saying it had to heavily discount its apparel ahead of the holiday to get rid of excess inventories. While Pereira sales that it will a large expected loss quarter. Took a nearly 5%, $3.12. AbbVie said strong demand for its rheumatoid arthritis drug Humira helped that company top street expectations. It also said it expected more application 2020 thought. In addition, is raising the dividend cent 21 cents. AbbVie rose more than 2.5% to 91.93. And the paint maker Axalta was reportedly by Dell Axle. Actual merger. Reuters is early stage considering shares have jumped nearly 6%, 33.15.
Colgate-Palmolive said increased advertising spending helped lift sales. Those results were better while matched consumer product. With just featuring on the off 70-40. And despite earnings expectations, Goodyear saw its shares hit after the company slashed its forecast for the third this year. Nation's higher manufactured wheat and higher oil and up more than 4 to 30.18.
New York is implementing what one of the most comprehensive paid family leave policies in the country. The law applies to full-time and part-time private employees, and it goes into January. But from small owners is Kate reports from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Bayman Gookers Buchasing caring loved one after visions work. He has a PIV policy guaranteeing primary caregivers 8 weeks off. CEO Dave Belatsky says it's not only good for workers, for business.
Providers with not balanced personal and requiring that we business well.
January 1st, small in New York will be offering similar policies as the state implements what's being hailed as one of the most progressive paid leaves in the nation. The program allows up weeks of offers or family of movement level on family leave. 5 states, including New York, have passed legislation of their own. Critics say the law places an unfair burden on small businesses in New York who are in the federal medical leave guaranteed employees with more work.
It is most expansive such program in the United States. Administratively, it's going to be very challenging for them, and especially for smaller companies. If it's a key important staff, them.
Many on focus primes in Washington healthcare tax reform. Experts say paid leave policies should be on the radar.
It's actually very complex with a lot of nuances. There's a lot of a lot of reporting on. There's a lot of differences within each district. I think that they be aware and very common to comply with.
And while Belatsky acknowledges those challenges, especially for smaller companies, he maintains the benefits outweigh and especially long term.
Parents being children, actually a investment it's within to help development. I think it's a positive in terms of long-term investment.
New York among states leading to bring about stability for American workers. This report, Rogers, New York.
The great up the amount of money soon be down for the next generation.
The world's richest Amazon, Jeff Bezos, his wealth to billion thanks to that shares of Amazon we told you about earlier in the was a tight race. Shares of Microsoft also soaring today, increasing the wealth of Bill Gates, but not by enough to keep him number one, about $3. The only time short of cash. Bezos briefly out of Gates, recall back.
Obviously, billionaires are getting richer, but they're also getting older, and all of their money will eventually be transferred to the next generation. And the sum is $1 trillion. Robert's the detail.
The biggest inheritance the world's are about to pay trillions to their kids, and the wealth could transform rich dynasties and charities around the world. According to a new report from UBS and PwC, the world has added nearly $1 trillion to their wealth. Strong prices surged for real estate tech companies. More than 1,100 billionaires in the world now have combined wealth of $6 trillion. Greater GDPs and a lot is about passed down generation. Report as $4 trillion passed down billionaires over decades, creating a collective inheritance of unprecedented size. About 2/3 of that will be near their family, and about
we believe the largest wealth transfer to the right nations, philanthropic and cultural institutions that they care most passionately about, whether it be private museums or great philanthropic causes. We've great transfer to philanthropic causes, things that we're truly proud.
Now the beat is large, and nearly half billionaires are over 80 years old. The question now will be what those lucky heirs and heiresses and the charities do with all that new money. Business Report, I'm Rank.
And finally, this week, we knew up for tonight, solely in millions, set a new record for a wristwatch sold at auction, according to the New York auction house Phillips. The timepiece was given to Newman by his wife, the actor Joanne Woodward. Newman has worn it between 1994 and the James hated daughter, according to remain friend. Newman gave it to Cox in the 1980s when Cox said he didn't have a watch. The winning bidder has not been identified, and of the pro go to L. Newman nation.
A great story.
Really, when it was inserted carefully and would because of race card.
Yeah, great story. That does it for us tonight. I'm Sue Herrera. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Tyler Matheson. Have a great weekend. Drive carefully.
Yep.
Monday.